Okay, we are now at opening bell, and look at that rise. It went way up there. All right, so now we're going to get rid of that alert because that has been triggered. I'm kind of surprised it didn't go away already. All right, so it's going way up. Let me zoom out a little bit just to get a little bit perspective. Let's go out to the 15-minute. Ooh, and look where it went up to on the 15-minute chart. We're looking at the SMA right there. That might possibly be acting as a resistance level, but we shall see. If we zoom in a little bit, we can start to see maybe some loss of momentum there, but I don't know. Let me go out just a little bit further. All right, so we said it was going to be downtrending today, but it could possibly be getting up into this area right here. There's a consolidation point there and the blue SMA. There's also a bunch of orders right through here, a lot of indecision right through there. So, yeah, there is the possibility of it going up right now and going up further than that. So, it's also interesting to me when we went back and looked at this area right over here from days and days ago, the that consolidation area right through there is kind of where we started making a reversal move. So that's something to consider. All right, now it looks like to me, if we zoom back into the 1 minute chart, it looks like it's kind of hit a ceiling there and is starting to drop pretty decidedly. So let's go ahead and make a short. Okay, it is not taken quite yet. Paper trading is sometimes kind of slow. I made the mistake of thinking it hadn't gotten put in last time and got into 2 trades, which I was not supposed to do. And unfortunately, I don't know where it's going to be taking because it's a market order. So that's rather unsettling. I'd like to have more control over it than that. Yeah, that's not good. And since there's nothing there, I don't know how to change. Let's see. I don't know where to find my orders. It's kind of a hidden duck here. Ooh, that's a big jump upward. Maybe it's not quite done yet. All right, in the 5 minute chart, look at that MACD down here. We are looking at a possible rise a little bit further up. Up it goes. Let's see, where would I find the... Is it Explore? No, I never can remember. Oh, there we go. Finally took it. Okay, so now we're going to put a exit order in down here where I think it could go. And we'll go ahead and bring a stop Good grief, it didn't take that one either. All right, well. Yeah, this is really slow. That's not good. I don't know that I want to take credit for this one. I think if I had gotten in where I'd said I was going to get in originally, I would be in a loss right now, because I think I would have gotten in right about here. Oops, excuse me. Ugh, this is why I don't like trading on the phone. All right, right there. I would have gotten in right about there. And then it immediately went back up and made a higher high there, which is not good. That's not it. I don't know. Well, at least it's not in a terrible loss position right now. Oh dear, and I'm glad this isn't real money. I would be really panicked right about now. Probably be going onto the computer to try to get more control over the program. And also, if it were live trading, I think it would not be quite so slow. So that's something. All right, the MACD we're going to see here is starting to turn over. So that's good. If we go out, okay, that looks good actually, like losing some momentum there. All right, and then the 15-minute chart definitely went up, but okay, finally my order went in there. All right, so okay. The second time I tried to place it, I put it up a little higher, so that's good. All right, that's looking good. It's a nice big red candle even on the 5-minute chart, so that's really good. And the other reason I don't like to trade on the phone is these orders just take up the whole screen. I wish they'd maybe consolidate just a little bit. It's not plugging up my whole screen there. So I can't really see my candles very well. But I do still think this is pretty likely to drop. We've hit a high here that is lower than this high over here. So that's good, as long as that stays put. Maybe this trade will be okay after all. That was a big green candle. It was higher. That's not good. Ooh, went right up to that peak. And surpassed it. Ah. I wonder what the news is right now. All right, I can see that they are going up, not falling sharply. What is it talking about? is why the news doesn't always affect me. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to drop. Well, I don't think I'm going to take credit for this trade here because I think I would have gotten out a lot sooner and gotten in too soon, and it would have lost money. And I really don't seem to have a lot of control over where my orders go in and stuff, so that's not good. So if I do make any money on this, I think it's going to be a fluke. Unfortunately, can't take credit for that one. You can see how it's kind of stuck at that SMA there, that blue SMA resistance level, or support level, I should say. Excuse me. Kind of refer to things backwards sometimes when I'm in short. Seems to want to bounce off of that point. You know, just while I'm sitting here thinking about where it's going to go, there is one more thing that I kind of forgot to do that is kind of helpful. And that is to, put on here the Asia range. So that's from 1900 Eastern time, which is my time here, and to, let's see, 3, I think it's 2 o'clock. I think it closes at 2. And we're going to change the fill color to green and hope that I can get it in the right spot here. Okay, so what we do is we bring it up to show the high and the low of that session. You know, actually, I think it's 3 o'clock. So that also is pretty decent support and resistance levels that it has. It's just really hard to do this on the phone. Stretch it out a little bit. All right, so the highest that it was in that span, unless I moved it, was in there. And the lowest that it was in that span was actually down here. All right, so let's see where that is. Okay, so resistance level right there. That's quite a bit ways above where we are now. Don't know that that's going to be super helpful. Okay, so let's zoom back in here. And it looks like, at least on the 5-minute chart, it is up by that 180 SMA. And it is not wanting to go above it, so that's good. Let's see what the 1-minute chart looks like. Still pushing upwards. Okay, we're testing that last high right here. So that's pretty good resistance level up there. And don't know what's going to happen. Does not look very downtrending right now. But yet it's very volatile, so that's something. See how quickly you can make and lose money here. It's just kind of mind-boggling. From $500 loss a second ago to, I think it was down to like almost a little under 200 for a brief second there. Just can't really think about the dollar amounts. You have to just think about the trade. Where are those candles going? And not panic. And not think, oh my goodness, I have lost this much money, because it's all fluid and it can change on a dime. Or I've gained this much money, I'm good. And so you sit and then you lose it all. It can go that way too. You just have to look at the bigger picture and look at the patterns and the momentum. All right, one thing that I'm seeing right through here is kind of interesting. The RSI is definitely losing momentum. You can see each of those little peaks is lower and lower and lower, even though we've gotten higher and higher and higher up here. So that's a discrepancy that's built. And you can also see the kind of loss of momentum on the MACD here as well. So we've gone up, but it's starting to turn over here pretty soon. So I think we're going to be okay. I would not put this in the category of a good trade, though, even if it does go all the way down there. Because I didn't have a stop loss in place, and if I did, I would never have put it up that high. So I would have gotten stopped out. So usually I don't trade that close to the opening bell. I let all of this movement and excitement go away first, and then I start trading, after it's slowed down around 10 or 10:30. So that was not good trading on my part. And even so, I might still luck out here. It's bouncing off that SMA again. Maybe I'll go check and see what that message was. All right. Look at that. Starting to find resistance level up there and not go up any further at that SMA. That's a pretty good sign. Let's see. Oop, kind of broke through just a little there. It's fighting it anyway, so that's good. I keep wanting to show you guys because sometimes it can just make a huge drop all of a sudden, and it's so exciting, and I never know quite when that's going to happen. But I do think we are looking at a pretty decent setup for that to happen. It keeps going up, but then it's not a lot of upward momentum there. So we're definitely losing steam. And we can see that maybe on the other charts. We can see the MACD down here is kind of starting to lose momentum a little. On the 5-minute chart, definitely seeing momentum lost. So I think we might be all right. It just has to break through that resistance level. Oop. Goodness, I keep moving that around. Maybe I'll just get rid of that. Just keeps bouncing off of this area right through here. So one of these times it's going to decide, oh, I think we're going down, and everybody will jump on board and down it goes. Those are exciting moves. Ooh, we just had a dip down quite a bit further than we did previously, so I think it's going to be imminent here. Right. Made a new low. All right, broke through the SMA. Nice drop. Made a little bit of a recovery there. Found resistance at the SMA so far. Okay, and on the 5-minute chart you can see that's why it bounced at that point. There is a there is the SMAs right at that point, so that's why it bounced up at that point. So now we got to break through that resistance level and then continue that drop. So all right, ooh, that's a nice drop, very good. Okay, let's go out here and look at the 1-minute chart again. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, we surpassed this low now. And now we got to surpass this low. Very nice. It just like all of a sudden just drops down there. Oh my goodness. It actually went to the order that I had placed, but it didn't take it. Again, because it's paper trading, it's just kind of slow like that. It doesn't take it right away. Sometimes in the real trading, it can do that if it's that quick. And that was really quick. But that is very promising that it's going to be dropping. Here we go. So hard to wait. Still think that's a pretty good spot for it to be an exit order there. Definitely a big trade. All right, so if we look at the MACD here, we're still heading down, but you can see that it's maybe starting to turn up a little bit. So let's see if I can actually move this order up here. No, maybe not. Where did I have it before? It was like right there, thereabouts. All right, so I guess we'll just have to ride up this recovery a little bit. I don't think it's going to go up too far. Because if you look at the 5-minute chart here, we're just starting to turn over and drop. And you can also see that discrepancy. It's a different discrepancy, but on the RSI, you've got a peak here that's higher than this one. So you lost momentum, but the candles, as you can see, were actually higher the second time around. So it lost its momentum. All right, what we're doing here is we're kind of getting stuck on the SMAs for that 5-minute chart. All right, so I guess, putting it to the top part over here, that would be a more sure trade. It's $300. It's possible that would be a better trade, but I don't think so. I really don't. Oops. I think it'll get down there. So tell you what, let's move this up here. Oh, we may not have to wait any longer. All right, that's looking good. And there's our alert line right there. As soon as it passes through that, then we will have broken through that SMA on the 5-minute chart. Okay, just did. Let's look at the 5-minute chart here. Oh yeah, it broke through. Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna go see if we can hit that order again. Come on down. Now, if I were on the computer, I would set a stop order right there, so I wouldn't actually lose any money. But honestly, I'm pretty certain that it's going to be dropping some more, so I just don't think that's really worth my while. Almost there. $100 more. Oof, $60 more. $50 more. There it is! Yay! All right. Well, that was a long and arduous trade, but it was definitely exciting. This is why I like to trade.